Execration's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Execration's turn to pick.
Naga Siren.
Oh, it was perfect. Music lined up to end right as the Naga Siren pick came out. Trent,
Excellent.
I'm feeling good today. You know, maybe I did get a decent night's sleep. I'm with it. Last night I was feeling a little drowsy. There wasn't enough caffeine in the world. But today, my friend,
I'm happy for you.
I'm feeling electric.
You seemed a little out of it yesterday. You were a little tired yesterday, buddy. I could feel it. I could feel it.
As fuck yesterday. I could feel it, dude. It was terrible. I was just sitting there like, I know these games are good, but my brain just can't work any faster than it's already going. And I feel slow. Hate those feelings. It's like when your body's working against you, but it's hard. Making that shift from EU to C without a buffer day, brutal,
yeah,
dude.
It is.
I did not adjust well this go around. But just now that I'm acclimated to this new schedule, we're here on the final day, bud, and that's the way it goes, right?
That's right. And it's gonna be Naga Siren and Shadow Shaman, ya boy. Oh man, I love Shadow Shaman. I think he is like, he's the position 5 hero, guys. If you gotta open up in your pubs, I think Shaman's the hero right now, just because
you just feel that way because we lost to an Archon 5 Shadow Shaman. I think you're a biased source.
Dude, how you... Come on now. No, he's so good. He's the only hero I bought relics for. Him and Treant. I bought relics for Treant and Shadow Shaman because I'm like, if there's heroes I just have to open up my game with.
Dude, remind me the break between the games to do my relics. Yes. I was going to do it yesterday, and I saved it because you said we should do it on stream, but I'm going to forget. Okay. So just remind me when we have like that 20-minute break, and I'll roll some Dazzle relics.
Excellent. I really want to watch you miss a bunch of relics. It's going to be great.
Dude, I've got like 80k shards.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so good. I hope this game ends quickly so I can watch.
But I'm busting your balls a little bit. I do agree Shadow Shaman is pretty good. We haven't really seen him at all in any of the qualifiers that we've cast. Maybe he's been picked in other games, but he's been a little bit forgotten about. A lot weaker than he was a couple of patches ago. He's been hit with the nerf stick. He feels very slow, doesn't do as much damage now with the shackles, all that stuff, but still the same force in terms of taking objectives. You know, you can win team fights pretty easily. Lockdown, especially once you stagger, you can take towers, you can take Roche. Still very annoying to try to deal with. But again, we'll see this Naga Siren Disruptor split.
10 seconds remaining.
Disruptor Sand King for Execration. Definitely a pretty safe opener for the underdog.
Yep. Didn't work out too well, obviously, last time. But the Lone Druid is gone. They're going to take out the Underlord, who can offer up a lot of the same issues that we had in the last game, in terms of like a little bit of death ball kind of deal. Obviously, a heavy damage negating off lane. Pipe, Crimson Guard, Atrophy Aura. Ooh, how do you do damage when there's no damage to be found? And Fnatic now.
Execration's turn to
What Universe heroes are left in the pool? All of his other ones, like the alright, so the Beastmaster's gone, but like the Brewmaster's still in. Obviously, fairly strong still. Well, and I mean, there's a Disruptor Sand King though, so that kind of negates out a lot of your Brewmaster hopes.
10 seconds
I think of what else goes well with the Shadow Shaman.
In terms of like heroes?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just in general. Like, we've seen him so seldom, it makes me wonder if Fnatic have some kind of pairing in mind, kind of push-oriented comp. Or if it's just a casual Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. I think sometimes they just go with his opener. Last time it was the... it was versus Geek Fam. It was the Magnus Luna draft. I think Mott was casting it, but I was checking it out after. Yeah, it was while we were doing the other series before, but yeah. So it's I
want to see Shadow Shaman Ursa. What are the chances, Trent?
Very low, unless they pick some crazy get hammered by Ursa hero.
Here's a change of pace, perhaps. Vengeful Spirit. I guess unlikely to be a 1, but no,
that's a 1.
That is a 1. Okay.
I would think so.
I was thinking it's a 3 Sand King, 4 Venge, 5 Disruptor, but I have no idea.
I would assume 1. I mean, yes, it could be a 4, but I think it's like safer to assume it's position 1, honestly.
I mean, she's a rare pick right now, and that's a weird thing to say because I don't know that position 1 Venge ever feels safe. Like, it's a strategy that is always against the clock, looking to put pressure on. Like, it's a stressful lineup, and it goes both ways against the Shadow Shaman. It's like, he is pretty squishy and weak, and with a Sand King Disruptor Venge, you've got a lot of ways to just run him down, but they've got a lot of control on Fnatic, a lot of really good high ground defense now with this Lesh. I would not be feeling super confident with a Venge.
Maybe they are supporting it, and they're gonna like puck it or something. They must be like picking a puck or something here, like.
Or
Disruptor Venge is such a weird support duo. The last time they picked a Venge support, they've done it twice now, and they did end up picking some weird duos. So yeah, they've done Leshrac Venge, but that kind of makes sense. Oh, that doesn't make any sense either. I don't know what this is. This is interesting. She's just like, she's not a very common 4 because she needs a lot of gold to make good use of it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like she's just better as the full-on carry. Like, there's not like the one item on Venge that makes her feel really strong, but Venge Shadow Fiend is a nice combination. This was a bit of a classic for a long time, where you had this Shadow Fiend 4 protect 1 kind of a strat, and you'd always have the Venge usually playing position 1 just for the levels on swap. And then your Shadow Fiend just gets like monstrously out of control, and your Venge is there to swap him out, but still be a little bit beefy in the fight. And then the Vengeance Aura death thing is super good.
Okay.
But it fell off a bit now that she doesn't give the Aura thing to the person who killed her.
Yeah.
That was the most underrated and broken thing ever. It was.
Yeah, I could agree.
It was not. I could talk about that for like 10 minutes. It was not fully realized how fucking strong that ability was. Like,
yeah, this draft feels like it could execute that strat all right, though. They have a lot of really good peel and defense for this Shadow Fiend if he get it on with Sand King Disruptor and Venge to start fights. I could see it working. I still think it's scary, but like the minus armor they have now from the Scream, as well as presence of the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could tear through a Leshrac Shadow Shaman pretty easily.
So I guess we assume, though, that it will be Disruptor Venge support duo, as kind of unique as that is.
Oh, I'm assuming it's a 1 Venge now. You just talked me into it, dude. Now you're going to flip. Now you're going to John.
No, I'm just saying, I'm looking at their thing, and they haven't played a 1 Venge. I'm saying that was the old strat for the Venge SF, and that's when people used to run it as a core
Well, that
Venge.
sounded way better than a support Venge with a Disruptor.
I mean, I agree, but I'm just looking. They haven't really been into it, so I'm not sure if they're going to. And now there's a Life Stealer, which puts some more pressure on the Venge to kind of suicide for swaps to deal with the BKB Life Stealer. That kind of makes me even less digging the core.
Yeah.
Fnatic.
But
Yeah, okay. It's a fine Life Stealer pick here. They're going to look for some sort of an Infest Bomb carrier. So this is a core Lesh right now.
yeah.
So they need an off-laner. I like the Tidehunter ban. What do you think Fnatic are eyeing up? Like maybe the Bat Rider?
Ooh, that is actually pretty nice here. Definitely a solid universe hero. They had that Magnus game.
A little scary to pick into Venge, perhaps. She is regarded as a counter bat, but you can play around it.
To pick.
And a Razor ban. So they are definitely thinking it is the Sport Venge 3 Sand King. Take out a safely.
If it's not bad, maybe the Doom. Yeah, Doom's not bad. Because the only thing is you don't know... no, you do. It's the Sand King. Yeah, I think Doom's actually kind of good because you could dual lane a little bit. Like, the Naga could help pressure. And then the Sand King was probably just going to be by himself because it's a Venge Disruptor. Now, Omni's still in. Okay, that's a nice pick because now they also remove that as a possibility for Execration. That would have been kind of sick. That would have been an awesome switch up if this ended up being a 1 Venge Shadow Fiend mid, offlane Omni, and support through a Disruptor Sand King. Whew.
Yeah, that could have been a pretty sick curve.
Yeah.
Remaining.
All right, I'll go with that. So Omni Knight now, 2 forms of magic immunity, pretty nice. Great to have with the Leshrac. Always a hero that is kind of starved for items early on, has slot issues, so nice to be able to give him the repel and still have a carry that can stand on his own. You know, Omni doesn't really babysit that Life Stealer the way you would other carries in those early. I'm kind of liking this Fnatic draft. Feels pretty well-rounded and a lot of sieging power. We can't forget about that. Shadow Shaman and Leshrac, they've got super push if they can win team fights or Execration. Don't defend properly. Now, what do they want, Trent?
I think in a lot of games, Void would be good here, but he has to play against Naga Siren and Omni Knight, so it's not very good. Okay, so they will actually just replace the Omni Knight with the Abaddon. And so it will be the position 1 Venge, and it's essentially the same idea as what we were just discussing, though. So this will be the first time in a while they've played the position 1 Venge, but I really like it. I am in there.
All right, maybe they did want that Omni Knight after all. Now that you've set it up that way, might have been a 6 snipe by Fnatic. Abaddon, the poor man's Omni.
He really is, dude. He's the poor man.
He's not bad. Like, he still fits the strat. I think you're exactly right, but it just doesn't feel like it packs the same kind of punch and doesn't quite have that same lane presence. I think this is actually going to be a pretty tough game for Execration. Definitely a win condition. They've got a lot of great control. That whole strat that you talked about around the Shadow Fiend, now with the Abaddon, they'll have a lot of ways to keep him alive through all this magic damage, but Execration are going to have to execute to take a win.
Yeah. I think Omni has a pretty nice lane as well.
I love that you see their off names, by the way. The
I know.
Siren.
That's
Small
so funny.
retarded fish. That's a great... I would be so excited to see that guy on my team if I was playing a pub, I'll tell you.
He'd be good to go, I think. He would carry hard, I'm sure. Let me see here. So I'm just going to double check our standings. Looks like everyone's still in, at least for now. Oh, actually, it hasn't been updated yet with the Execration game, so I'm not sure if they're in. I think they might be out.
Execration, yes. Now that they've lost that game, I think the Execration
they are out,
pretty much died. It is really between Fnatic and TNC. So your bold prediction at the beginning of this qualifier was correct, Trent. And that early series of TNC going 2-0 over Fnatic may end up being the match with the biggest implications in terms of the decider between 1 and 2. Fnatic has won out everything except that series against TNC. So as long as Fnatic keeps winning, they have a chance. If TNC loses something, we've got a tiebreaker scenario. But even if Fnatic wins out, it is sort of still in TNC's hands to throw.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because Execration, they only got 1 point out of this matchup, so that puts them at 4 points. And like, that's assuming if they won this game, and then they only have a 2-0 left versus Clutch Gamers. So even if they 2-0'd that, they'd be at 6 points, and TNC's already at 6 points and have 2-0'd Execration. So, yeah, boys are done.
So just playing for potential upsets here on the flip side. If Execration wins this game, I believe it does essentially mathematically eliminate Fnatic unless TNC loses literally all 4 of their games today, which is super unlikely. So Execration have a lot of power to upset, even though they're now eliminated. Part of the fun of the round robin. A little bit of early poking here. Some of the righties, some lefties.
And
die getting the better of this one. 1 armor on Disruptor, casual 7 on Naga.
Yeah, and Pilot I kind of like what he's doing right now, right? Because last game, what did he do? He went level 1 and he went and sniped the courier with the net. They're going to be so ready for that this game. So instead of even like trying that, he's just down here helping with the creep manipulation. So he can leech a little bit of experience from some of the creeps that go down. He can also just mess with this creep spawn because he's going to block off the small camp. What a god. And back to work.
So lane setups going to be a 2-on-2 on both sides of it. Lumit comes up top to join the Abaddon. They'll be battling against Lifestealer Shadow Shaman on Fnatic. Mid, it'll be Abed's Leshrac against Carl's Shadow Fiend. It'll be a very even matchup mid. Lesh with a couple of kill options, but Shadow Fiend does as well if the Lesh gets clipped by an extra raise, obviously with patience. Anything could happen. Blast Cannon sort of match.
Yeah, definitely.
And Universe Omni Knight going to be the offlaner. They have rotated Naga up top, actually. So safe lane try for Fnatic at the moment.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
Again, Universe has a very good lane here. There's not really a lot of threat on him. He's got the repel, he's got the heal, he made level 2 easily because of the creep wave shenanigans. Even going to find this range creep that tried to get away from him.
A gift from the tempest of
A little bit of damage exchange. Van goes in. He's already used the shield as Lumic gets poked, but nothing a little healing salve won't be able to solve.
Quickly.
Shadow Shaman. Real Dota classic.
He's the, you start playing support, and you're like, I don't know who to pick. And someone just tells you to pick Shaman and tell your core just to pick Jug every game, and life's good. I'm gonna hold him, and you use that really high damage spell on him, and he'll die mid lane. The haste rune from the Disruptor. Can we set up for some raises here? Uno, Adoso. Oh no! Oh no!
There's no trace. One more. They've got it. Grims with the last auto attack has enough damage with the Thunder Strike to get the first blood, and Abed takes a tumble. Nicely done. Execration.
That was close.
They strike quick.
And that was with a ward on the bottom rune too. He just didn't respect the hasted Disruptor quite enough.
Now tips the scales a little bit. Abed will be behind by some experience, but comes back very aggressive, and in some ways this now resets the matchup. He's got a full HP and mana bar, and Shadow Fiend a little bit behind. Does have that wand, which is great against the Flash of Court. Man, clipped by that last lightning. Brutal. It's only a level 4 Lash, and he might find this kill. Split Earth gets pump faked. Abed thinking about the dive, but calls it short.
That's a problem, though. When your Leshrac is in there, that's, you know, that's not good for SF.
Up top, Lumic gets killed. The safe lane try, able to set up the kill.
That's okay. There's business in the mid lane. You know what's happening. That's a pretty difficult kill to get, though, just because obviously there's an Abba there with the shield, so the two of them playing together are much stronger than just the Abba alone. Burrow Strike to steal the bounty rune.
Universe doing very well down bottom. It's consistently been a 1v2, and he is keeping up farm with this one Venge.
Yeah.
Sort of abusing this strat that Execration are going for. Very hard hero to...
He just hit level 4 as well, so he's now got that degen aura, and that's when he can actually apply some more damage on the Nando, who just has a salve left, but Nando also has the boots, so just trying to keep his distance.
Lane, Shadow Fiend. It was an invisibility rune from Pylite Die. There's the Split Earth. Abed with follow-up lightning. A lot of control. Carl, just one more. 6 HP, but a nice counter stun from Lumic. They turn it around, and now Abed's going to get brought down also. Glimpsed back into lane. A couple of pokes from the Crab. They figure it out. 2 down in the mid. Execration. Beautifully done here, Trent. This is a lot of pressure on the Lesh, and great stuff for the Shadow Fiend. He's going to have to go heal up again. Looks like Shrine going to be his friend. 5 minutes rolls over. Stuff for Carl.
Yeah, they really want this early lead, too, so that we can transition into a early Roche.
Crazy, though.
What is wild?
No, never mind. Carl's Wampin. I mistook the net worth of Vengeful Spirit for the Leshrac. How silly of me.
How foolish. Universe now up to level 5. Better watch out, dude. The Soul Ring is here, and Nando's not going to have a lot of fun in this lane. I mean, that's like full wand pop and everything. Some right clicks with the wave, and Universe is just going to run right back at him and give him another heal.
New Soul Ring is so good on hero. It's like a game changer when that item comes out.
No, Van's trying to do some pull shenanigans up top. Doesn't have Miscoil though, so he'll have to just grab one of the creeps, and he's in trouble.
Dead? No, it's close. DJ doesn't quite have enough damage, but he finishes off the shield, and DJ with the solo kill on the Shadow Shaman. Nice stuff. Brings down Van and makes it 2-3. Helps out the team.
Yeah, he was playing real greedy there. That's 230 gold because he was a complete solo kill. That's actually insane for a support this early on in the game. He already has his boots too. That's like instantly sick. I can buy all the wards, and I actually still have a chance to get my arcanes this game. Bottom lane, Pylite Die needs a heal. Needs a little bit more.
Universe with the repel to follow up, but Pi out of options as Burrow Strike connects, and speaking of auto attacks, follow up. So little pick off there actually pushes the Radiant into the lead. Mid lane, Shadow Fiend gets brought down by Lesh. Solo kill for Abed. He might have to pay with his life as he does get glimpsed back, but he almost gets one, and he actually does. It's a double in the mid, and now it swings the other way. What a chaotic mid lane this has proven to be, Trent. And now that net worth gap is pretty much gone between the two. Shadow Fiend leading by about one last hit's worth of net worth.
And although Pi did that, whoa, Shadow Fiend comes bottom. What is this? Yeah, he's just literally come for the stack, get some souls back. That's pretty excellent. And he gives the mid lane over to his Sand King. All right. So used to going for the stacks in the mid lane first, but he's going to just rotate his way over, I guess.
Those stacks always feel like kind of a liability over the, I guess, Universe. Not the best at clearing stacks with the Purification.
Yeah.
Still clear out some of those smaller creeps.
Although Pilot Eye did die on his last rotation down here, he placed this ward, so that's why I'm going to play aggressively here. Mid lane, Lumic almost goes down to Abed, but now Abed's the one who's getting glimpsed back while Carl's running.
He's going to find another one. Lumic goes in with a stun, sets it up for Carl, but the lightning, another double for Abed before he goes down. This time it works out a lot better for the Shadow Fiend, so I think Execration called that a win, especially since it was killing spree. It's 540 gold for Carl.
Yeah, and it also forced the TP from Pilot Eye, so yeah, it's just Universe and DJ down here.
Lumic bottom to mount the defense. Wow. Crazy game here, Trent. So, one of the things we haven't talked about is Envy's Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Number 1 on net worth. He is just clicking down creeps, rather. Happy as a clam up here.
I was thinking the same thing.
Farm.
Question is, does he go Helm Radiance? Come on now. Is that the new thing, guys? Let's make it a thing. No, not a thing. So, wants to fight early.
Phase drum.
Just normal.
Phase arms.
He's yoke. Does he have anything on the courier? Ah, yeah, he does. He's got like the whole armlet on there except the helm. Abed.
There.
Got him. Swap back on Pi.
Down bottom. Thought they'd have a fight there. Pi is going to get turned on. Last auto attack. Carl finds it now. Bottom lane. Lumic on the run. Universe hits him with a Purification. Stun into the tree line.
He's got it. Nope. Well, it's good thing Universe didn't run in.
But didn't find him. That's a kind of a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
A guaranteed kill, I think, if Universe just walks a little bit further forward. Lumic just TP's back to his tower. Hit by another Purification, but no detection. He'll stay alive. All the while in the top lane, Envy did finish off that tier 1 tower.
Wow, and that's with Abba being up here the whole time, too. He just couldn't control the wave. He has no miscoil to just pull the wave off the tower. So it's just been battering into it.
I'll take your tribute.
Now completed with Deso Evasion into the bounty runes. Execration about to be punished for this. They get the disruptor immediately. Snare on the Sand King, now hexed as he tries to make it to the high ground. They'll just chase him down, and the damage from Abed is going to prove much. The D-Gen Aura combined with Lesh, not a combo we really talked about, but it's pretty nasty. Pulse Nova Edict plus the D-Gen. You get caught up in that, there's really little getting out.
Oh, another stack down bot.
For Lesh.
Yeah. Not for SF this time. So, he has the point in the Edict.
Bench.
What the fuck?
Actually snipes 1 or 2 of them, I think.
I think he got his clarity too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's use to pop another one.
Pop Abaddon. He's going for the Helm of the Dominator, trying to defend this tier 2 from the Wrath of Envy.
They're not gonna force that push bottom. It was a good choice too. The Radiant thought they were, I think, with the Leshrac, and they were ready to fully fight. But now they're smoking after him. This should still work out. Disruptor, level 3 glimpse. But there's a shrine. Can't reach it though.
Not bad. Yeah, he's just gonna beat up. Still in that phase where the Leshrac is so squishy.
Might be worth
a null tally.
A cloak. I don't know. Is it worth the 500 gold by just casual cloak on your Leshrac?
I would say yes. It's almost even a game where you just want to get the full hood. The survivability, Pylai die. I mean, look at the burst damage.
I think if he didn't have a Omni Knight, he might do it. But I think he's just going to be like, you know what? In most team fights, I'm going to have repel, so whatever.
Fair. Mid tower denied by Carl's Shadow Fiend, but that is the second tier 1 to go down, and soon to be the third finished off by Fnatic. Glyph comes out, so that'll buy it a couple seconds. But Envy's now rotating. He says, hey, this is free tower money. My name written all over it. Qual gives it one little poke and finds that bonus gold.
And then he's going straight in for the halberd. 2 ranged cores on the Radiant side, so good choice from Envy. The value from the evasion, obviously just up against them with all the minus armor auras, but more importantly, the bonus duration of the disarm on the ranged hero.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So snakes are deployed.
Radiant structures
Pressure.
are fortified.
Another glyph. Lumic now coming in. Sandstorm going to clear up the creep wave. Venge will just start finishing off these snakes. Up being an okay amount of money, just going the way of Execration. A lot of it to the Venge.
Yeah, level 1 snakes not too terrifying.
But they do force out the glyph for what that for whatever that's worth. Maybe they'll be able to pressure tier 2 in the next 5 minutes. Envy switching it up, not opting for the Desolator.
Yeah, he's getting that disarm. The Omni, this game very good with the Crimson Guard. You know, all physical based really from the 2 cores. And there is that magic course we talked about where there is that magic burst, but obviously with the minus armor aura, every little bit of physical damage mitigation can be pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Crimson is just a value pickup in general. It's kind of like you said, once you have the Vanguard, you either want to upgrade that into an Abyssal or into a... Very seldom do you just want a Vanguard. So it'll work out nicely here.
Radiant, they need to get these tier 1s down because they really want to take Roche. It's a very good Roche lineup. Let's get that thing on top of your Shadow Fiend. But the pressure is certainly on Fnatic's side. Those tier 1s all being gone. They're kind of being squished in here from the Radiant. It becomes very obvious when they're 5-manning towards a tier 1. It takes them so long to push the waves. Pilot Eye will just take the DD. They're too worried about possible rotations for it. But Universe, he's just like a blob on this lane. What can you do? How do you get him out? They're going to rotate up. So this is that kind of 5-man rotation. So there was a dire ward in the mid lane. I'm not sure if they actually saw the smoke. But they're going to see the Venge down bottom with their vision. So they might think, oh, okay, maybe they're not pushing top. Venge is still bottom. But no, they seem to be aware of this.
Middle tower is under attack.
On both sides, Fnatic with some follow-up. Coming to save Universe, already a TP to the tower. Envy is
Pilot Eye from behind, though. Hello.
Initiation onto the Shadow Fiend. He's rooted, he's stunned. And Abed might have the damage to finish him off. Another lightning connects, and there it is. Abed gets credit for the kill as Carl gets popped. Song of the Siren interrupts the TP on the Abba. On the backside, looks like Disruptor was able to TP out. Jay gets picked off elsewhere, but now Van isolated. See you later, Abba. Of course, his TP was interrupted, so no way to get out. What happened to down bottom?
It looks like it was a play from Lumic as well. I think DJ, I guess...
Oh, a solo ward mission. Look how much damage he did to the tower.
Yeah, exactly. I think he must have felt safe based on the wards that he had, but didn't see where the Sand King was or something. But yeah, I was also watching the top fight.
Okay, so a split push play.
Oh, level 4 Edict. Hello, tower. How are you?
Yep, and Glyphs.
My god, dude. Edict is insane.
Reds.
Look at that positioning from Abed, too, to make sure that every single proc is going on the tower. Very nice.
All hit the tower, yep. So that's one tier 2 down. Bottom is pretty low. It's just this healthy guy in the mid lane. Roshan certainly will be an option for Fnatic. Rather than later, Solar Crest.
They take that tier 2
on anybody.
And then they start stacking these camps. Like, that's how confident they're feeling right now on Fnatic's side. They stay there to stack them and then farm them. This is their jungle now.
Lane, Omni Knight, locked down, silenced the Crimson Guard. Keeping him alive a little bit longer. Is he going to be able to make it out? No, the swap back almost gets a purification. Not going to be there. Tries to do it with the repel and ends up going down. Guard mitigating a lot of damage on this tier 1, but it will fall. Glyph has already been used by the Dire. And that is first tower kill of the game for Execration, so a little up for them. But also space created for Fnatic. They are still very spread out. Taking this opportunity to farm. Even DJ is just down bottom, working on a Aether Lens. Not that far away.
Yeah. 200 gold. Envy was also farming all the way to the steps of the tier 3 on top. Then he went back, got it through like a jungle rotation, and we'll now get another wave coming here. So he's closing in on some more items. So he's eyeing up the Assault Cuirass.
Venge does have the Shadow Blade initiation onto Shadow Shaman. Lumic with the follow-up stun to secure the kill, and it's another Radiant Nando. All of a sudden he's on a mega kill. 5-0-1. Vengeful Spear.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good game. If he can get a Shadow Blade kill onto Leshrac, that would really cement them into the momentum here. Shadow Blade, kill Leshrac, go Roche, and then suddenly Execration are winning this game. But
play some position on Venge, man.
Just good hero.
Say, Trent, you want games after this?
Yeah, let's go, dude. I mean, luckily we have the glory of a TNC game next, though. So we get to see if TNC are going to ruin their streak here. Oh, I'm actually more excited for that.
You're going to forget, weren't you?
I had already forgotten. I wish you hadn't told me, so I got to be surprised.
I would have forgotten as well without reminding you to remind me. So, Meta, Disruptor hexed up, but actually stunned by Abed. They're going to charge in. There's no tower, so that's an easy kill. Tree line, Lumic lingering nearby, but he's got a Blink Dagger. Actually goes in onto Naga.
Crazy.
Universe. Okay. Well then.
Nando had to swap his way out of there too. He was getting into some dangerous positions, so.
I like how Fnatic have been really aggressive with this. Day has either been on a solo mission or it seems to be some sort of a group effort, but his wards are available and they are pushing out these lanes and looking for an opportunity perhaps to drop them bottom and just finish off this tower. There is a glyph and actually he has backed up.
Yeah, look how safe they're playing that though, just because they don't really have the best vision. They have the ward mid, now they see the SF top, but they don't know if they're mounting a full defense. In fact, they're actually ganking onto Envy, but there's no mana on the Venge, so they can't really make a play here. SF's already backing, and he's going to be the one to clean up bottom. Carl will continue his dodging of the fight until he has the Manta style. And now there's that movement speed talent on Envy. So the battle of super annoying Swifty dudes between Shadow Team and Lifestealer this game. Roche again, though. So important.
All grouped up. Fnatic starting to perhaps about Roshan, that Solar Crest I mentioned earlier, now on the way to the Omni Knight, so that at least opens up the possibility. Lifestealer, if caught out here, Static Storm, Kinetic Field, he'll survive through it, it looks like. Rage still available. The evasion helping him out, now healed up by Universe.
Oh, they got the Purge creep, though. It's actually a nice thing to take care of.
Rims, TP home.
Thought he was about to get killed. But at least Roche will clean up all the snakes, so that's kind of a win for Execration. Even though they end up like wasting Static Storm and everything, it will slow down the Roche of Fnatic and give them a chance to actually fight this if they want. Radiant will scan it, they know what's going on, but can they do anything is the question. If they had just gone back in the pit, in fact they will, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think the Radiant can fight this. They have good vision down the mid still. They've had this area warded for like 10 minutes straight, where the former tier 1 was.
It's a tough Roche to try and contest. They have some options without the Static Storm. Seems pretty unlikely. Now with the Medallion, they actually do. Envy just going to tank it up the front line. His Assault Cuirass making some progress. And he'll be happy to grab this second life from the big boy.
Yeah. Way too difficult against Song, so they'll just trade for a tier 1. Not ideal, but Nando...
Also, Lesh has this Bloodstone barrier to charge.
Yeah, that's true. Nando's backing up the Shadow Fiend. There's pings there, I think from the Omni. It looks like they spotted that. Saw that the Venge is lurking nearby. But
the glyph.
Look at this Maxo Curse of Avernus plus the Venge Aura. That's a lot of damage.
This guy. They get the tower. Envy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think they'll be able to get anyone.
Yeah, he didn't have mana for the Rage, but doesn't matter. With the Glimpse, he's fine. Just ferries out some Clarities and keeps on farming. This is the strat, guys. Don't ever go to the fountain. Just keep buying Clarities. You know, you kill one creep, you get your Clarity back, and you're not in the base doing nothing.
Clarities are value to him. When Jenkins was staying at our house, that was one of the first things that Carlos said after watching him play. He's like, I noticed that pro players use clarities all the time.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yep.
Buy more clarities, boys. That's your friend tip of the day.
Got him.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Look at Lumic. He's just walking past his core. Sand King's a weird hero sometimes. He's like, yeah, I gotta get that next wave, guys. Envy denies one of them, though. Excellent. Classic Envy.
Gets away with it. What's Envy gonna do?
I know. It's just great. It's just like, what? You can't do anything. Sand King just...
Stun, poke, caustic, sandstorm, TP.
Alright, this is DJ's tower, though, right? This time.
Oh, yeah.
He's still hesitating. He's like, I don't know, man. I think they're here. Could you give me a repel or something?
Guys, listen. I've fed away a lot of gold. They've got a glyph. I know it. And if they react, they're just going to kill them. We got to coordinate this. We
got a sentry up for the Venge.
Come together. Another rotation is coming. He's made the call. He's put out the bat signal. Rasta says, guys, it's time to party.
Oh my God,
I've
dude.
brought the pasta.
I is so sneaky.
Top tower is under attack.
Let's
Completely
go.
in the fog. Makes his whole way around.
Great use of the potential Song of the Siren. Up top, Venge is split pushing. Be a tier 2. We got a sneaky little Sand King in the tree line over here, but Abed in the front line. They don't even need words. Might save it for high ground. Up top, Venge actually pushes pretty quick right now. She's got the Dragon Lance, but Pi comes back, Song of the Siren, and they know this is the position 1. They drop the Sentry Ward. No escape for Nando here.
No, Lumic though, he missed the stun.
He not going to be successful, and on the other side, it looks like that TP will be.
Big missed opportunity there from the Sand King. Like, if he catches that Leshrac out here and gets the stun that he missed, then Disruptor would have been in range to get the glimpse, and then they would have got Bloodstone charges off of Abed. But it was not to be, and so they just
that would have been a big
Venge.
Go for my master.
What's the scoop on our Aegis here? 147 still remaining on this thing. So, oh, Envy. Not sure if he saw the courier. Oh, okay. I thought he was waiting for a courier snipe. But where's this courier going? It's just chilling outside the shop over here. All right. That worked out, or Envy would have seen it. So, good micro by whoever's using that thing.
Solar Crest now on a bat, so he can cancel out the Solar Crest of Universe, but speaking of the devil, they're just diving on in. Carl shows up and Envy says, hey, let's go, baby. I got a double damage. I'm ready to rock. I got the guac. They're going to bring down the Abaddon. No buyback there. Envy armlet toggling with a repel. He has no fear right now. This man will go down as the Aegis coming back to life. The tier 2 mid finally falls. Envy now stuck inside Static Storm Kinetic Field, but the Vipes, the snakes, the serpents, if you will, come down, as well as the Crimson Guard. Dire still pretty happy to shove into this tower without a baton. They feel pretty confident. Glyph now utilized. Where's the follow-up? Oh, there it is. Great epicenter. Follow-up stun. BKB Requiem from Carl. They get Pylai Die. Fnatic now on the retreat. Omni Knight GA killed by magic. And they bring down the Lesh.
Ask and ye shall receive. Man, now that's a blink dagger. Lumic, he's like, yo, Van, I don't know if you saw that, but did you see what my Sand King could do at 20 minutes with a blink dagger?
That was pretty impressive. Get the recap, see what happened.
Oh.
And oh wow, it's Sand King with 3,500 damage.
Oh, time to use those death things, dude. How did Omni die? Ah, well, 2,274 magical damage from Shadow Fiend and Sand King. Man, this thing's cool.
Oh, mid lane now. Carl initiated on his Envy, goes running in with rage. They can't stop him. He's a madman, but Nando, he's got the swap. Pylai Die with the kill as Van gets clipped by a stun, and Naga Siren trying to make the retreat. And without the ultimate, the borrowed time, there will be nothing left for the Abaddon, and the Master of Avernus will fall. Punished hard with 2 down, no buybacks. The Dire will press forward. Roshan, still a little while till he's going to be up. Haven't even seen the big timer yet. But mid lane, they should be able to get a barracks if they continue to siege. Lumic all the while down bottom, trying to get a little bit of space and maybe poke at that high ground himself.
As tier 3, unlikely to survive. They know there is no glyph, so easy grab. And the ranged and melee likely both to follow. At least melee we all know for sure. They might want to go for the kill on Lumic, but it's tanking. So unlikely you're going to get it, so.
Song of the Siren for another
yeah, they just
while
used it.
bottom Lumic. He's going to be okay and actually gets some decent damage on that tower. There's not an easy way to punish it, with especially with the 4. They just get the barracks and back on up. Play it safe. About a minute till Song comes back.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting anyone to be back though, so Lumic really got to find his play here.
Uh-oh. Wow, Abed, he just solos him. I caster cursed him again.
Eh, he goofed.
Oh, I didn't see it. My eyes, he's...
Dire Vision here. The classic, we're totally destroying this game. You just try and find that area of vision. Look at all the sentries too. You have what? Observer, sentry, sentry, observer, observer. Fnatic firmly in control of Radiant territory, as Envy just kind of walks into the Shadow Fiend and says, "Get away from my neutrals."
Hell mid lane. Stops the glyph. Now Envy on his way in. Gives Ban a love tap. Forces an aphotic shield. They go back to push. Aghanim Scepter getting up for the Omni now.
Radiant are scanning.
I think Fnatic just continue the pressure. It's a nice scan from Execration. But the 5-man is just too strong. If they've got wards as well as GA, sort of no reason not to fight, right?
Yeah, they might be closing on some items. Like DJ has quite a bit of gold. Universe is, as you said, he's not very close actually. What about Pylite Eye? He's very rich on Pylite Eye. He's probably just thinking like, is Meteor Hammer the item, or is there something better that I can buy for my team?
Is it a Meteor Hammer game? Feels like they're not really having trouble I mean, it always does synergize as follow-up with your... They've already got a lot of follow-up. You've got the Split Earth from Lesh, you've got the Shadow Shaman who has crowd controls ready and waiting now with that extra cast range talent.
If I'm dumpstering a game like this, I like the Blink Dagger on Naga because you can help catch out people who are trying to split push. They don't have a gem, do they?
Is 16 to 6 dumpstering?
Well, I mean, you have a full set of racks mid at 29 minutes. I don't know. I just mean like you have like, full control of the Radiant side. That's kind of what I mean in terms of like, you know what kind of position you put the Radiant team in. So a Blink Dagger just lets you catch out these heroes like Shadow Fiend, who you know is the BKB. You know he wants to rat the whole time. But
I think he's considering Radiant.
Nah, I don't think so. I think that would be silly.
I think considering. I think that's part of the reason why he's pulling.
But yeah, I do think they want a gem soon. Maybe not quite yet. I mean, I would be fine if he bought a gem right now, just for the...
It's pretty safe on Naga. You can just...
It doesn't work
I would
anymore.
agree with that. Oh, not at all?
No.
Really?
Sad life, dude.
I feel like a dummy. Now they're going to catch Shadow Fiend up top. A great play by DJ to find it. Wow. Alright, well. Shit. Gem used to be broken as hell then. Lane. Oh, look at this dude. Abed's trying to kill the cart. And with the shield, he doesn't even do any damage to it. That's a nice little grab. The super siege creep.
Oh, the super creep. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's so huge. It's not the mega siege creep though.
No,
I mean,
it's
that guy's serious business.
And maybe trouble. Abed gets glimpsed back, low on mana as well. 13 bloodstone charges for the Lesh, so pretty happy there. Up top, man, committed to this tower. Now Sand King is going to be the one that gets caught. DJ, the Hex to start things off. He's got a Blink Dagger as well as the Aether Lens and the cast range talent. Now down bottom, Vengeful Spirit caught by a stun. That's the BKB. That is the 10-second charge. Now trying to man up against Abed.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh no!
I don't think
the courier.
Yeah, well, they feed the courier, so that.
Oh, that was Highlight Eyes Glads.
Well,
he finally settled on an item, and he just loses. I know.
Well, that was weird. I mean, it's still a victory for Fnatic. That's the 10-second BKB. Venge is starting to run out of steam. But a pretty unnecessary courier death. That was...
Yeah, just happens. Flew over it. I think it was a catapult. Yeah, the double catapults that were still alive there. So, gave the vision for the right click.
Hard on NB and the second row.
Yeah, so... Oh man, he is so insanely tanky. My god, he almost has 5,000 HP. That is crazy. He's up to 38% magic resistance, as well as 121.7% HP regen. Not bad.
A lot of things going Fnatic's way now. Cheese on this Leshrac. Oh, he loves it. Look at that mana regen.
Another very similar game here for old Execration.
Yeah. It really does feel reminiscent. 33 minutes in, Fnatic with a very sizable lead. They've got control of the game, lane of barracks, but still can't really just run up to the high ground. Still need to farm the map, play relatively tactfully. Although this Lifestealer, dumb big right now. Salt Cross and Heart of Tarask plus the Heaven's Halberd. It's the trifecta. You got 30 armor with the armlet on. Got 25% evasion plus the 20% evasion on the talent tree. And he's got the heart.
Did you guys used to do this? You go armlet and you buy heart, so you don't have to worry about untoggling it.
That's a nice trick.
The good days, dude. That's the ultimate noob maneuver.
I just don't buy armlet. That's my solution.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
I don't play armlet heroes. That item freaks me out.
Alright, well, high ground we go.
Yeah, Fnatic not gonna dilly-dally so much. No, or there is a glyph available for the Radiant. NB. Repel into rage, trying to...
Abed and Carl are duking it out up top, but Carl has no TP. So he's losing this battle. He has no choice but to fight.
Now resets down bottom after the epicenter comes out. Tornado just chasing him around, but Repel again. Lotus Orb coming in handy. Sand King getting low, but still alive.
Abed and Carl are just doing circles up here, and now Carl's dead, and Abed will bots in.
Not good. No buyback available. Frost Awards have been used, but they get killed almost immediately as Abed goes in hard. Cheese now popped after his BKB. Nice. Full mana, full HP. Nice stun on 2. No borrowed time and forces a defensive BKB from the Venge. Back to the high ground, Nando goes. Sets up a stun onto Abed. Follow-up magic missile, but lives through it. Doing so much damage with the Pulse Nova, and now the GA will keep him alive. Execration survived through a lot of this thanks to the high ground at the well. They glimpse back Abed, but healed up by his teammates. This bottom lane of barracks will fall soon. Glyph now slowing things down, but without the buybacks, this game seems like it is soon to be over.
I was wondering what was happening. There's a Wild Wing Ripper pulling the whole creep wave bottom. That's why there's no creeps helping out the dire side. But they've got the creeps mid, thankfully.
Yeah, no backdoor protection. Now Vengeful Spirit locked down. Lumic going to be revealed. Hex also brought down. The lone survivor, the Disruptor. He's dead immediately after. Let's check out this wild. That is quite the arsenal of creeps, I have to admit.
Yeah. A noble effort.
However,
the best ally on the Radiant side, honestly.
Yeah, so it is going to go 2-0 in favor of Fnatic. They're going to dive the well. They're feeling so confident as they schmoke up. Everyone dead. Counter to the fire bush, boys. It does not break smokes. Carl, on the other hand, he does. Well, Fnatic looking pretty okay. Obviously, the better team in this series, but a couple of slots.